Hey guys, and welcome to The Film With No Name, a show that talks about independent movies you may not have seen or even heard of, but you can stream right now. On today's episode, we'll be talking about a horror movie called Veronica, currently streaming on Netflix. Let's see what we've got in store. Alright, so that was a look at Veronica, which was produced by Apache's Entertainment, currently streaming on Netflix. Is about a girl who finds herself besieged by an evil supernatural force after she plays Ouija with two of her classmates. Today is a very special episode because we have a guest host today, independent filmmaker extraordinaire, Richard Trejo.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
So tell the folks on their phones a little bit about yourself.
Well, okay. My name is Richard Trejo. I'm a filmmaker. I started off as a podcaster. These dudes were actually on one of my old podcasts I did called Disturbing Talks, which the episodes are still online. But anyways, I'm a filmmaker. I have a production company with my buddy Alex Napawaki. We've produced over I think it's 15, 16 films. We've only been around for about a year and a half now. And
awesome. That's insane.
Yeah,
crazy.
Dude, and we're just making stuff. I directed my first film under it called Passing the Stone, which you can check out on YouTube, or actually...
What's that?
Dude.
Oh, yeah, it's a link.
Is that
down
a link?
below.
That's a link.
Okay.
You can check it out, and then plus, if you like it, you can support it. It's going to be out on DVD on part of an anthology.
Oh, awesome,
Yeah.
dude.
What?
That's awesome.
That Trauma is actually produced. So,
Boom.
You guys hear that?
Gotta love
Yeah.
trauma.
That's breaking news.
dude.
Breaking
So yeah,
news.
it's going to be on there, and my buddy Alex Napawaki's film Blue Balls is also going to be on there too. And
Yeah,
that
that's
one's
fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just doing stuff, man.
You heard it here first, folks.
Also, I want to give a shout out to Horrorholics Facebook page. Those guys are awesome, and they have always shared our stuff, so we want to thank you very much. Shout out to you guys. Horrorholics. The link is down below.
You did it.
Well, okay, so let's start talking about Veronica. Because Richard, you brought this film to us. I had seen it a little, a clip of it on Netflix, but Netflix has not pushed this film.
It was kind of like a silent drop, and then an instant word of mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy is directed by Paco Plaza, who's the dude that did the Rec films. He directed the first three. He co-directed it with the guy that directed the fourth one. Written by Fernando Navarro and Paco Plaza, who's the director.
Yeah. So we got a small cast listed here. There's others that
They're
we're just not
literally
gonna
small.
They're literally small. We got Sandra Escacena, I believe is how you say it. She plays the title character, Veronica. Bruna Gonzalez, who's Lucia, the younger sister. Claudia Placer, I think is how you say it. Irene, she's also the younger sister. And then a real standout for me was Ivan Chavero, who plays Antonito.
That kid. And you know, I don't know if you guys know this, I wear glasses. So the thing is that I attach myself to these individuals that wear glasses too. And that kid.
Spoiler alert, he wears glasses.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. Oh my God. I
That's a
ruined it.
major part of the plot.
I mean, yeah, it's a big plot. Those glasses are big. It's the Nighties.
Yeah.
So and I automatically just attached to that kid.
Yeah.
And so everything he said was just so cute to me.
That's it. You know, you just mentioned something that just now thinking about it, it actually, I didn't realize, it is 90s. It says it's the 90s. It says
91.
Periodically
91,
the dates,
dude.
right? Because it's telling a story that is based on, they claim, real events from a police report, of a detective's report of finding this, and that's where we open the film. It's not spoiling anything.
No.
And so, but you know what? The way they handled the period piece element was really, really good.
We are such good artists that we even we did this, without even knowing. We're dressed kind of like the 90s.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
We got flannel and we got this draped knitted sweater.
Yep, absolutely.
It's like I'm out of a
Full circle.
Empire Records.
We almost look exactly like the members of Nirvana.
Hey!
Almost. Exactly.
almost, dude. Almost, shit. Dude,
We're really close,
We're
actually.
almost there, guys.
The script. What do you guys think of the script?
You first, sir.
Dude, it's I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's based on a true story, as mentioned before, and it to me just felt moody. It didn't, like we talked about, it didn't feel like the 90s. Like the period part of it really didn't, distract. It's like we fit just right in there.
Yeah. It's a slice of life.
The movie just was really, really good at including the audience into everything.
The setup in the beginning where they're showing this girl Veronica, and her situation in life was like, it was masterfully done.
Absolutely. It could, because at face value, this is a movie that we've essentially seen a lot of, and that is the demonic possession horror film, the Ouija board. Kids do a Ouija board, and of course they unlock some evil demon that comes and torments them. Yes, so that's there. If you're looking at it just like surface value, that's there. And to me, I was like, okay, do I want to see another one of these demonic possession movies? But there's so much more in this film. The demonic possession, to me, is a complete metaphor for something very, very real. And that in the setup is completely set up and locked. And I'd like to read this script because I want to know how much of it's actually on the page and how much was Plaza. The way they shoot it, it's so from inside of the character. Every shot that they can do that shows what the character is internally going through, it's depicted visually. And so I want to know if that was in the script or if that was more the visionary side of it.
It feels as if maybe that were the case. Like I think Plaza is, I think if it's one thing he's really good at, is he's good at getting like he was, like what he did, the found footage, and that's more just kind of on the fucking ball. Right? You're just getting things as you go, you're filling out the environment, and just going with the flow. So I feel like there was a little bit of that in there, but I feel like also too, these characters, you could tell he loved the shit out of them. It spoke to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was so gorgeous.
That's one thing the script does really well. In a way, even though they're very different movies, it kind of reminded me of Poltergeist, where it did both of these stories do a really good job in the beginning of setting up this family and making you care about the family before any of the really scary stuff starts happening.
Yeah. What was it? Sandra Escacina?
Yeah, Veronica. Yes.
Movie. It was her first movie.
I think she's going to be a worldwide sensation. She's an inherent instinctual actress. Everything was real for her, but she's also she plays a 15-year-old in this. I think she's got to be around that age, but she's already so beautiful.
Fantastic.
She's really good, and this whole movie is on. She carries the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It is the Veronica,
which is also it's a part of the story how she carries a lot of things. In her life, and this movie is just one of them.
No pun intended. Or a little intended.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I think the rest of the casts that we've picked to talk about today need to be thoroughly mentioned here. We'll refer to them by their character names: Lucia, Irene, and Antonito. The children.
Antonito.
Yeah,
like these kids are little kids, and you don't think that they're acting at all. They're all so believable.
So believable.
Yeah.
And straight up like novella names. You know what I mean? Like drama names. Like that's tight, like Antonito.
Yeah. And I think like they served as a really good device too in this film too, because often I found some of the greatest moments of levity were because of these two kids, especially Lucia and Irene. The way that they're twin sisters, and they have this this banter between themselves and the little games they play, and it's almost as if like the directors and the crew were like having a film meeting, and then they just heard like, wait, what's that? And then they just saw these two little girls playing. They're like, quickly get the cameras rolling.
Yeah,
it's
so
that
real.
natural.
It was so real.
All the performances were really, really good. They were natural performances.
So good, dude.
And never at any point did I say like, oh, well, that person's just acting. They could be a good actor or a bad actor, but they are acting. These people just seem very real, very natural.
In this movie, it's the main victims are children in this movie, and they don't hold back.
Dude. Yeah,
like the filmmakers don't hold back. So I think that's one of the reasons this movie is elevated when you're watching it, is because you care more about kids.
Fuck yeah.
Stupid teenagers. Yeah, you've lived 16 years. You don't, that's fine.
You kids are going, to the camps and having sex.
Yeah, you should know better.
No. No. You know what, Jason?
You know what you deserve?
You deserve Jason.
You
deserve Jason.
Yeah, go to that stupid camp where kids have been murdered every freaking year for the last 6-7 years. Yeah.
So, Richard.
Yes, sir.
Out of 10,
shit.
What do you give Veronica?
Oh, dang. Okay, so I'm going to give it a 9.5.
Whoa,
Okay,
9.5.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's high. It's good. And the only reason I took away a 0.5 is because I felt like there was so much buildup to the end point, which the end I'm not going to spoil for anybody, obviously. But the end point for me was just kind of like, I was a little like, at first. When I saw it a second time, it made it meant a lot more to me. But that's the only reason I'm going to give it a 9.5, because everything else was phenomenal. The writing, the acting, the cinematography, everything about it was a badass film.
Okay,
cool.
I think I'm going to give it a 9.8.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
I really loved this movie. There's one moment, you guys know what the moment
we'll
is.
get into
If you
that.
tune in a couple days to the spoiler podcast, you will know what that moment is that deserves the 0.2 points taken away. To me, this movie is near perfect, but it's not perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. As far as, do I recommend this film to our audience? Well, okay, it is a beautiful, wonderful Spanish film. That's something that we haven't really mentioned. Totally Spanish.
Sorry.
It's totally Spanish. It is in subtitles. So if you don't speak Spanish or don't know how to read, maybe this film isn't for you. But
I think you could watch this movie on mute and know what's going on.
That's what I was gonna get to. I think you can.
sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. I think you can.
Man.
You can watch this movie. I don't think you should watch it without the volume on, but I think you could, and you would still get what's going on, and it would still move you in more ways than just being scared. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with exactly with Richard's score, 9.5. I really wanted to give this movie a 10. That's how much I loved this film.
Yeah,
I was like. When I stopped watching it, unfortunately it was by myself, because the thing I wanted to do was turn to somebody and go, oh, that was a cool movie.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a 9.5, 9.8, 9.5. Comment down below. Tell us what you think. Richard, thank you so much for coming and being on our little home here
At the studio.
Yeah, look at this.
Right?
I mean, how can I not come when I have this view?
Yeah.
In this view. Thank you for having me. This show is badass. Everyone should be watching this.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Tune in a couple days for our spoiler cast, where Richard, myself, and Sam will be spoiling the hell out of Veronica. It's going to be really fun. So come back in a couple days. Sam, up to you.
All right, thank you for watching this week's episode. Be sure to check out Veronica on Netflix anytime you like, because that's what's cool about Netflix. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that stuff you already know how to do, because you've done it 100 times before with other shows. We'll see you next week.